and see, and we'll drag you along with us as we watch this race.
And we're off. So,
yes, we are.
For anyone who's new to this is Azure Dreams. This is a roguelike RPG, I guess, for lack of a better term. The entire game is centered around a dungeon called the Monster Tower. It has 40 floors in it. All the floors, minus the first one, are randomly generated every time you go up to a new floor. The difficulty to this game is due to some game limitations, constraints that it imposes on you itself. You always reset to level 1 every time you leave the tower and come back in. The fact of the matter is, you are meant to build your equipment, you are meant to catch as many monsters as you can, a la Pokemon, and level them up because their levels remain. All that leads to is a dungeon where you are the weakest thing in the dungeon the whole way.
Consistently.
Yes, from floor 1 to floor 40, you are the weakest creature in that tower. So it makes things very difficult when we're doing it in one shot. We don't get to level up our equipment. We don't get to constantly leave and get stronger monsters. We go as high as we can in one shot, and the tower just tries to slap you down every single step of the way, and usually it does a very good job.
Yeah, and looks like DonForgo named himself Glass, so he cost himself a little bit of time.
Renaming yourself never costs time.
No. And you can have a little bit of fun with that. Because you're going to see the name a lot, because like with an RPG, you'll see the sequence of moves and stuff like that happening when people are attacking. Yeah, it's always great being the weakest monster in the tower, especially when you get to floor 18 when the spiders show up, and no matter what, you're going to die in 2 hits. It's great. Like, even if you grind, you will die.
Right. That start happening at 12 and 13 with Krakens, and sometimes at 8 with U-boats, and have fun making it to 30 and all that stuff. Or
even floor 2, if you accidentally manage to get spawned into a room with 2 flames, you are dead.
Which has happened to Sand Knight.
Yes. Find all the sand, yeah. Everyone has a plus 99 leather shield. Doesn't rust.
Ooh, wow.
Unlike me, who apparently does rust. So
Sand Knight has taken a decent little bit of start lead with his superior mashing and lack of naming himself. But in reality, this means almost nothing. You're going to see between 5 and 6 minutes each of our runners before they make it to floor 2. Floor 1 is a tutorial floor. The layout is always the exact same. The items you find in it are the exact same, and the only monster you fight on that floor are the exact same. In addition, you have to mash through a bunch of text because your loving monster, Cune, decides to talk your ear off the whole time.
Yeah.
So the run itself, or the race itself, really starts when floor 2 happens. And starting there, our runners are going to be doing completely different things. Their floors are going to be different, the items they find are going to be different, and their monster layouts are going to be completely different. So at about 6 minutes in, you're really going to see it go. So any time lost really between now and when floor 2 starts doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, and also there is a small, not so much a small time save, but if you want to, we demonstrated last time when Dedarsis and Poulet were racing. There's potentially a glitch entry, which you can do to skip the first part of the tower, and it's great. It's wonderful, but you don't get Queenie, and no one does it, because with this type of run, you're going to need him, despite how much I hate that little bird. Shout out to Palmer. So yeah, basically, you'll see the same thing. They'll get the same 5 items, which will be... it'll be the wood shield, the copper sword, the fireball, the plumpa egg, it'll be named a random color, and a medicinal herb. That is the 5 items you get and start off the game with. So we actually have a fair start. And you have one experience if you kill the plumpa. And you can see now on Sand Knight's side, he's going to be talked off a lot by, apparently Zach. He named it Zach. I don't know why, but whatever.
Yeah, I know he told me at one point, but I don't remember, and he always names it Zach, so...
I'm just going to name him Scream. Like, I just AAAH when I do my race tomorrow. It's funny having it come up in the text thing numerous times.
I just call him Butts because I'm a mature dad with 2 kids, so that's...
Thank you,
Delphi. You gotta get what you can get.
Yeah, when I was doing my practice run yesterday, having it scream nonstop is great. He's red.
So to give a general idea of the mechanics of how this game works, one of the biggest things you're going to run into right away is needing to know an elemental triangle. You can look at it like Pokemon with fire, water, grass, or you can look at it like Fire Emblem with the weapon triangle. Fire is good against wind, wind is good against water, water is good against fire. Cune is a fire monster, so you are going to deal extra damage to wind monsters, you are going to deal less damage, and he is going to take more damage from water monsters. So you are always going to try to optimize yourself to be fighting as effectively as you can based on the type of monster that you're fighting.
Mm-hmm. And actually, kind of an odd thing, I don't know why people don't actually switch Queenie off AI3 for this floor, because you can kill a Plumpa in 2 hits.
You can.
And Mixture Magic does take a little bit of extra time.
If you're like me and you're using a horrible wired controller that doesn't have 2 shoulder buttons and don't have access to a quick menu, you don't really worry about it.
Shout out to your bankless run that you did.
So I ran my race today with that controller. So I did not have quick menus the entire race. Okay, so what you just saw Sand Knight do right there, the first level up of the game is the most critical. You start with 16 health. At level 2, you jump up to 26, in addition to an extra attack point and an extra defense point. That is by far the most critical level up of the entire game. It's a near 50% health increase, and a troll gives you instantly enough experience to level up. What Sand Knight saw when he came up to floor 2 was that there was a troll sitting there. He used his fireball that has 5 charges on it to kill it immediately and guarantee himself level 2.
Yeah, and with that one little increase as well, he now 2-shot other trolls. The only thing that he has to fear on this floor is a flame. And unlike Pokemon, if you use fire on fire, it's actually neutral in this game.
Yep.
So you don't have to worry too much about that, and the trolls themselves are fire. He also managed to pick up a mirror shield as the first room he entered into. So he's in a really good spot right now.
I'm actually pretty impressed. He must be feeling really confident today. He immediately equipped it.
And a killer ball. Even better.
So you have multiple spell balls in the game. Any of them that shoot an actual attack out will all be fire-based. They start with the weakest being fire, then blaze, then flame, then pillar being the strongest. So Sand Knight has just picked up the strongest spell attacking ball in the game, with one exception that if he finds it, we'll get into.
Yeah, and so it looks like Sand is actually going up. He kept walking up the elevator. But they're both going to floor. Wait, DonForgo's farther?
No, that's not really him.
Floor already.
That can't be him. That's someone new.
What happened to Don?
Man, he might be getting offended by all the slow talk we've been giving him all week. He may rush.
Or the screens are switched. We don't know.
Yeah, that's it. What you're going to see most runners do, specifically in this race, is a lot of the floors you can divvy up into element types. Your main water floors, which will always be your most dangerous, are going to start at about 6. So most of your beginning runners will try to explore the entirety of floors 2 through 5 to build up their inventory before things start to get really dangerous. Once they hit 6, ooh, here's this mirror shield coming in clutch for Sand Knight. Once you hit 6, you start to take more damage from things because you can't deal as much, so you're taking more rounds of damage. So most of these runners will explore the whole floor, hopefully find as much as possible. Then around 6, you're going to see them take elevators almost as soon as they find them.
Yeah, so that mirror shield actually just saved Sand Knight the first match.
Yes.
He has such little HP that if he were to be hit by that, he would have died. It would have done 9. And
a blaze ball.
Yeah, he's really, really Oh, and a go-up trap too. So if he wants to go up, he can. So basically what the mirror shield does is you have it's probably like an 80% chance of reflecting magic. I have been hit while wearing the mirror shield before, so I know it's not 100%.
No, it's I got hit with a paralysis earlier today.
Yay.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Zoo?
No,
Zoo kept you reflective.
It didn't reflect. Oh, Forgo already has a wand.
Oh, okay. So
he equipped a wooden wand, it looks like. Yep.
Yeah, it's a wooden wand. So wands, actually, do you want to explain them? Because you're better at mixture magic than I am.
Yes. As Shawnee has said, he's not a big fan of mixture magic, so I almost exclusively use it, so I'll go into a little bit detail here. Cune is a monster that has an inherent spell ability. It is called Brid. If you command him to use it, he will launch a fireball in front of him, very similar to the Flame Ball, I believe it is. However, you can also instruct him or set his AI to where he casts his spell onto your weapon, amplifying your damage and giving it an elemental property. You'll see it coming from almost both sides exclusively, creating Flame Sword. That is a melee-based attack that is based on the strength of your weapon. However, wands are the weakest weapons in the game. What they do, however, is they amplify your mixture magic by a set percentage. Meaning that as your monster gets stronger and their magic gets stronger, yours gets exponentially stronger.
But wait, there's more.
Yes. Yes, if you were to find an elemental wand, there are 3 in the game: Scarlet for fire, Stream for water, and Gulf for wind. If you were to equip the appropriate element wand to the spell you are casting, it is a flat 50% increase to your damage. It is unbelievable how powerful you get with the simple equipping of a single Scarlet Wand in this game, if you're using Mixture Magic.
Oh, so that Mirror Shield is paying off in dividends right now.
Yes, yet another Reflect.
And he gets a Fire Sword if he wants.
He didn't pick it up, though.
Why?
I don't know. I found out earlier today. I didn't know this, but I figured it out during my practice. You get an element boost from Fire Sword.
I did know that. I didn't know if it was confirmed or not, but I did speculate at least.
Yep, I tested it today. You actually get an element boost. Now, Forgo right now is in kind of a bit of trouble.
Yeah, a little?
Yeah, he's surrounded by 2 Manovas, which are the yellow things. They are a water-based monster, meaning he can't do much damage to them, and they're going to do a lot to him.
Yeah.
So he's got to try to wear them down. Luckily, he has 2 sleeping monsters, both above and below him, so this balloon can't get to him either. So he's trying to whittle these down, which he's doing very well, actually.
If only he knew my strats, he could deal with the Manovas, but I'm keeping that secret to my race.
Yeah, I'm sneaky. And now he's probably going to bring his monster back out so he can do some additional mixture magic. Oh, I was worried about that. So he brought Cune out. That used his turn, which means his familiar then got a turn, which it used to try to move right into the path of the monster's attack, thereby killing him. Yep, so DonForgo currently does not have a monster, which is a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, and you want... Okay, so as much as I rag on Queenie, and rightfully so, Queenie is your best bet for getting up to like floor 18 or 20 when you start the game. Unless you're lucky and actually get a decent egg to hatch in the tower, you're stuck using basically the starter monster. And the only thing good about him is he has 100 MP and his mixture magic is actually pretty decent. Other than that, by golly, he tries.
The only thing worse than being the weakest monster, or the weakest creature in the entire dungeon, is not having anyone with you. So you're only the weakest monster in the entire dungeon.
Yeah, so DonForgo is on a very, very slippery slope right now.
He really needs to hope for a Restore Scroll. That will allow him to revive his monster, but that is a very rare item. Not unfindable by any stretch, and people have actually found multiples in a single run in this tournament already. But it's never something you can count on finding by any stretch. If he finds it, he is lucky that he's able to bring him back. Do not expect him to come back.
Yeah, because like most roguelikes, every item you see on the tower floors is randomly generated. And boy, it does not want to give you things when you need them.
No, it does not.
Because I would love to have a Restore Scroll in the pocket.
Now, if you were watching Sand Knight's side over there, you saw him maneuver his way to a specific tile that was higher than the monsters he was fighting. This game does have height advantage. If you are higher than the enemy you were fighting, you deal 10% more damage and take 10% less. Frequently, that is the difference between 3-shotting and 2-shotting a monster, meaning you take 1 or 2 hits, just depending on your terrain advantage in general. So almost all players will try the best that they can to get the height advantage for every interaction that they get into.
Mm-hmm. It does make a huge difference eventually, because later in the tower, I don't know if we'll see this particular run, because I'm kind of worried about DonForgo, because he's running out of resources as well.
And very quickly.
Okay, he has I thought he had a cursed copper. No, it's just a rusted one.
I don't think his fire has anymore. That might be his last fire charge, too.
I think it is his last fire one. I think I can... At least 3 I know he used, so he might be at 1. So... doesn't need to be fed? No, Queenie needs to eat. He just has
has the highest based MP in the entire game.
Yeah, he has 100. Most monsters, when you hatch them, they will normally have roughly 60.
Some have 80,
way less.
but yeah. One put 40. Most monsters in the 60 to 70, but he has 100.
Looks like Sand is debating something. That looks like he'll be okay, though, I think.
Yeah, I don't see him having any issues. I think he might be keeping an eye out on Forgo, kind of trying to keep up with what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because he is playing this floor 5 very cautiously. I'm surprised he did not take that elevator.
Well, he's also trying to find as much as he possibly can, because the first 5, or floors 1 to 5, that's where you're going to be getting more shoot resources, because once you hit floor 6, the amount of water monsters coming is disgusting. Between the blooms and Manovas just populating everywhere, eventually U-boats, and you have a fire monster, and your mixture magic isn't going to do damage to them.
I wonder if he's going to equip that golf wand. It's really going to help on these next couple floors, but if it's cursed, he can't take it off, and he's really in trouble when he gets to 10.
Yeah, because that's when the fire monsters come out to play, and they're a little angry.
If you have a golf wand, a wind element attack 1 base weapon, and you try to fight a fire monster, it is worse than having nothing equipped. You deal less damage than if you were to have nothing in your hands. So I think he's kind of weighing his options here and deciding maybe it's not quite worth it yet, if at all.
Yeah, he's just running into all sorts of monsters. I don't know what floor he's on, though, because he hit his menu.
He's on floor 7, I believe.
Okay, so...
Ooh, that's big. Sand just found a life wand.
Yeah, okay, that and an acid rainbow. So I am surprised.
And a star glass and a medicinal.
Jeez, that is a lucky room.
That is a great room.
Yeah, okay, so life wand you'll see very, very soon is when you attack with mixture magic, or actually when you attack in general with it, you'll be getting 1 life back for every 8 HP with a minimum of 1. So he's getting 2 HP back per attack now with his mixture magic against a water creature. Eventually when he starts doing 30, 40 damage and onwards, he's going to be getting that much more HP back, and it does make a huge difference, because healing is a huge problem in this game. We have to normally wait. I don't know what he's waiting for, though. He should just be booking it up, really. He's equipped for like the next 10 floors, really, the amount of spells he has.
Yeah, I think he's gonna, he went straight up. The way the life wand works is take the amount of damage you do, divide it by 8, and round up. So 8 damage will heal 1, 9 damage will heal 2.
Yeah.
16 damage will also heal 2. So endgame is who makes it the highest before they die. There is an hour time limit, so you don't just grind lower floors, and to give some semblance of, importance to doing effective management and quick movements and things of that nature. If 2 runners are to tie and die on the same floor, it's whichever runner reached there first. But we don't expect any runner to ever make it to the top of the tower in one go. With this being a roguelike, it's impossible to guarantee it, no matter what strategies you use. So we've decided as a community, hour time limit, and whoever makes it the highest wins a round. It is best of 3, so you have to win 2 of 3 to move on.
Wow, and he also found
this is unbelievable luck.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing you'd want in an actual longer run book list or the other categories.
This is an absolute I would kill for this start.
And he's currently playing with the U-boat. The U-boat likes to try to get the first attack, so he's walking over it and he's maneuvering it. So he didn't do it quite effectively as possible, but
DonForgo also tried to do the same. Unfortunately, he cornered himself into a lower elevation, so had to use a holy bell to chase the U-boat out of the room. So U-boat dancing, there are people who can make it look easy, but if you don't keep on exactly where you're trying to go and how to manipulate it, you can put yourself in an even worse position than if you were to just run into it.
Yeah, and you can see by Sand, he's constantly checking the HP of.
That is a really bad movement. The last thing you want to do is to lose your monster. He, especially with a wand equipped, he's really well set for a very long-term play here. But the second he loses his monster, he's running on a ticking time clock.
Yeah, it's interesting with the U-boats because when they go underground or under the ground or they dive, they are always annoying because they're always going to get the first attack on you. And unfortunately, you can't do too much about that unless you have higher up or you have an earth shield. That helps a lot too. Or just a really strong shield as well with diamond.
Yeah.
But they normally do, I think, roughly 13 damage to you when you first encounter them.
Yeah, depending on your shield, expect to take anywhere between 10 and 15 per hit.
Yeah, so this is what we mean when you are the weakest thing in the tower. Like eventually, these are the low level ones. Eventually, monsters will be
you can already be free
80,
shot,
and you can't ignore. You can't just go up and attack a Viper or a Mandora and expect to get away with it. You have to be really smart in your movement. Rust Trap, good job. That doesn't affect either the Mirror Shield or the Life Wand.
Forgo tried to get some free experience on that clown. Unfortunately, he hit it once and it woke up, and he ended up taking about 30 damage off of it.
Yeah. So I'll get to Junkyard Dave's comment in a second. DonForgo just waited at the elevator, try to get that little bit of HP before going up, because again, he needs all that he can get. And I'm pretty sure he's still holding onto a fireball, which is useless too.
Yep.
Is he trying to use it?
It is
yeah,
gone.
Nothing happened. So yeah, he's completely out of that one. And he's gonna throw it, or yeah, either way. But yeah, to answer Junkyard Dave's comment about the health, it starts at 1, and for every 8 HP damage you do, you get 1 back as well. So if you do 16, you'll get 3 HP back, because that's 2 plus 1 for the default kind of thing, and then likewise. So if you're doing 40, you'll get 6 HP back, because it'll be 5 sets of 8 and 1 for default.
Yeah, there is no limit to what you can recover. However, in the grand scheme of things, you cannot ever expect to do more than maybe 50 damage in a given attack in a run like this. Maybe 60 if you're lucky, but no. You're expect anywhere between 3 to 6.
Sorry, just DonForgo highlighted the Wind Crystal going over. This made me laugh there, because if he uses... we should explain. If you were to die, you lose. If you were to leave the tower with a Wind Crystal or a Leamfort, if you had an extra monster.
Ooh, there's an egg on the spin-in.
Ooh, yeah, I saw that. I don't know if he did,
go
though.
For that. Oof. I don't think he did. Oh, no.
Oh, and... Nope, he did not. He went straight
that's
up.
Rough.
Because at floor, I believe that was 10?
That was 11.
That was 11? Yeah, so that's Clown, Griffin territory.
Griffin would be nice.
That's actually technically Newell as well. Why are you attacking that? Pick it up and throw it. Do not play around.
He wants the experience, but he's really lucky this one is sleeping very hard.
Wow, this is the heaviest sleeping Griffin in history.
He is hibernating through the winter.
Yeah, okay, well, he's not hibernating anymore, he's dead.
Well, I mean, he was trying to. Yeah,
he was trying to. Poor thing. So, yeah, so basically, sleeper of all sleeping monsters, yeah. Griffins are the scariest things on the floors 10 to 13, I think it is, or 10 to 12.
10 to 12.
10 to 12. They have a spell called Rise, and for whatever reason, it's actually the strongest form of fire, minus breath, from a monster. And it can do roughly 29 damage to you.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
Yeah. So that's why Sand Knight's in a little bit better condition. Because
he also found an egg.
Yeah, he did. Also, picking up a monster when it's sleeping is 100%.
Yes.
And also,
you can
I don't think
you
realized.
Throw it.
Yeah, I don't think you realized this actually during your run. That I saw when you were doing the race. Vipers can be picked up.
I did know that, but they are horrifying, and they're one of the few monsters I'll never take the chance on picking up.
Yeah, but there's a couple times in the race you came across one which was sleeping.
Oh, gotcha.
Just hucked it. And that's something that a lot of people don't know, is if you pick up a monster, you have a 50% chance. You have a wonderful coin flip of a chance to pick it up successfully. And
if not, they will force you to put it down, and then they will get a free hit on you.
Yeah, and it hurts. Oh, look, there's a Griffin right in front of him. Oh, he did find a pillar ball, though, so... Although I would have used the light seed to guarantee a kill, because it's going to come at him and he's going to have to possibly use a second one.
Yep, you're right.
Resource management is so huge in this game.
Oh my gosh.
Also, trolls with guns. They're great.
Oh, walked right into that. So if he fails the pickup, it's over. He could do the pillar, but it may be out.
No, the pillar won't kill one.
And it's out. Okay. 4 goes down.
So I believe if Sand Knight gets to
13?
13?
Yep.
So he's on floor 11 right now. To be fair, everything can go wrong for Sand Knight, despite him having literally stacked inventory right now.
Unquestionably, you stay on a paralyzed trap when you're running away from a griffin in a volcano, and they'll pincer shoot you and you're done. I mean, nothing is ever guaranteed in this. Now, odds are very good Sand Knight will make it past. Okay, sorry. Sand Knight needs to make it to floor 101, my mistake.
Oh, that's simple.
Yeah, I just must not have been paying attention.
Yeah, you just need a certain monster for that. But, blue collar, he can actually summon 2 monsters.
I think we got it. I think this is over.
No, that Dreamer can stop him. So yeah, you can see he's... Oh, he actually got put to sleep. Go, Dreamer, go! That's great. So actually, your monster will protect you if you're paralyzed or asleep, unless they're outside the room, and that hits you.
Okay, so that could have been really bad.
Oh, geez, he's out of MP.
Yeah. He got very lucky there. All right, so that's round 1.
Sand Knight won. He was at floor 10. So, yeah. So, Sand Knight is the winner for our first match.
All right. So, let's make sure. We'll get back in here, see if our runners are ready to go. Once we get it switched back over, we'll do another countdown, and we'll get to game number 2 here. This is by no means over.
Oh, definitely not. Okay, for the record, the amount of luck he had
was unbelievable.
Yeah, he had a Pillar Blaze, 2 Holy Bells, a Decrystal. He found 2 eggs. He had a Life Wand, a Mirror Shield. You don't get that. He's not going to get that in the second run. He can't get that in the second run. He shouldn't get that in the second one, at least.
Right.
But it's RNG. Who knows, right?
I mean, if it's anything like my race earlier today, I got literally, if I were to have named my dream setup, I probably still would have missed a couple items that I got in my race today. It went so well that first try. Second try, Kune died before I even killed a single monster. And so I ran the entire 1 monster-less. So if it's anything like that, it's going to be a little different here.
Yeah. I will... Oh, you're going to be doing that? All right.
All right, we'll get them both set.
The Dorster should know about luck.
Yeah.
So hopefully Sand resets his timer before this race starts. Ogo, okay.
The old Ogo.
All the Ogo. So this is going to be round 2. With the stream delay, it's kind of weird because I don't know if Sand Knight resets his timer right now.
We can only hope.
Yeah, if not, whatever, we'll just go by Dawn's. So basically, we have another 5 minutes to kill. So does chat have any questions about Azure Dreams?
Yeah, the 5 minutes are going to go the exact same.
Yeah, we can't make same items, same whatever. But if you guys have questions, this is a perfect time.
Anyone but Junkyard Dave. Oh, sorry, you already said you would ask. My bad.
No. That's his one comment.
Yes and no. So the advantage to not using your familiar, especially low floor if you can guarantee some kills, is it won't divvy up the experience in half, which is very nice. However, at the same time, Kune will not level up either, meaning his spell will not level up either. So you're going to be getting reduced mixture magic damage on the higher floors when you really, really need it. So for the most part, you want to have him out the whole time. If you want to guarantee yourself level 3, maybe 4 for the extra health, I could see that, but for the most part, you won't see runners doing that. And Pyrotic Tiger, I apologize, we did get distracted. Explanation.
Yeah.
If you die or leave the tower, your run is considered over, and that is considered your maximum floor. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, so basically, with the Olim Fruit, if you were to use Olim Fruit on anything other than Queenie, it removes your monster from existence, and it sends you back to town. So it's the same thing as a Wind Crystal, but it costs you a monster. And if you're going to hatch a monster, hatch a Palumpa, use an Olim Fruit, and just get out of the tower. Like, it's simple. How do you beat the game normally? Get to the top. How to complete the game, date everyone, talk to everything, build everything, do everything, and then find everything. It's a really, really extensive game, actually.
How to actually reasonably hit the tower on a casual play. Constantly go in, find wind crystals to be able to warp yourself out with all your items intact, build up your equipment, make your monsters stronger. As you reach higher, get eggs from those floors, come back to town, hatch those monsters in your monster den to bring those back into the tower so you have stronger monsters that level up so you can eventually push all the way to 40. Or be insane like us and try to do it all in one go.
Yeah. Do balls always start with the same amount of charges, or is there RNG in there? There is a small amount of RNG for the ones you find not on floor 1.
4 to 8
yeah.
is the range it can be.
Yeah, except for Acid Rain, which theoretically can be 1 or 2. I've
never seen 2, but some people have said they've seen it.
Exactly. And the thing is, for all you know, you might have used the white sand so quickly you may have not realized it. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, it's normally 4 to 8. Honestly, bank on 4. If you are, if you pick up a pillar ball, use it 4 times, it's going to be the minimum. And if you're a safe distance away from something that can't use a spell at a distance, definitely use it. And we need video proof of the Acid Rain ball with 2. Like just to settle it. People keep saying they found it, but most of us still haven't. This is kind of annoying, but we have to take everyone else's word for it. So, in our New Game Plus category, we do allow you to take an Acid Rain ball with a charge of 2 into it because people said they have found it. And it's kind of on an honor system right now. No one has bothered to take it in because there's different methods, different or better things to take in, like a picket. I'm happy. Anyway, how am I tonight? Oh, it's not for me. Okay.
No one cares about how you are.
I know. Is that because I praised the picket?
Not ourselves.
Neither of them are pickets, so disinterested. Anyway. Okay, actually, we can actually explain about the other monsters that we have not seen yet, which we probably will actually on this one. So they got up to basically the fire floors, and there were krakens there, griffins there, and volcanoes. And those all hurt a lot. Yeah. All 3 of them. And it's actually one of the worst floors to be in. It's actually nicer just to book it on right through and just completely ignore everything.
Oh no. I think we're going to be okay, but for a second it looked like Sand Knight had triggered his tutorial glitch again. Because Cune wasn't moving at first, but it looks like it's fine. Lunar, so they take extra time to name, because as you could see, both runners were dead before half an hour, or Forgo was dead and Sand Knight passed him before half an hour. Yeah. Very rarely do you get anywhere close to your hour time limit in a race like this. Normally you have 5 to 8 minutes to spare at least, no matter what. Dying will almost always come before that timeout. Yeah. So
I'd be very surprised if both runners have a timeout.
Yeah. I myself included, I do like to name both myself and my monster, because the 28 seconds I lose doing that very rarely ever comes back to bite me.
Yeah, and also, again, you can have a little bit of fun. Like DonForgo named himself Dude, and Queenie is named Sweet. So
I always name myself Dad and Cune Butts, mainly because it's funny to me, but B, I feel like I get better RNG when that's the case. So yes, there was a floor 40 run earlier today. I did make it to the top of the tower in my tournament race today.
Yeah. I didn't see that one. I saw the tail end of race 2 and then the fun race at the end. So which we might be able to do depending on time if you keep dying at early floors.
Yes. Poulet had died on 29 and I was on 36 at the time, and he very, very graciously, because chat asked him to, said, keep going, we want to see if you can make it to the top, and I was able to, thankfully. Yeah. But even then, I was at 40 at 53 minutes, so I wasn't anywhere close to timing out either.
He managed to find a money wand. He already has a wand.
I'll be interested to see if he equips it.
Money wand isn't the best, especially since if you turn something into money and you pick it up, it's a waste of time.
Right.
But it's still a wand, and it's still going to do a lot of damage.
Exactly. My guess is if he gets to like 6 and still doesn't have a wand yet, he may equip it. Or if he finds a decurse, he may equip it.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have a decurse, it's good to check your items to see if anything has a net. Because you can find items and they could have +1, +2, or be cursed, so you have a -1 and can't get equipped.
That's the biggest
sometimes-
problem with cursed items. It's not that necessarily they're a little bit weaker. You cannot take them off.
Yeah, and you gotta love fighting, with a fire sword against the water floors and stuff like that, or likewise with the wind sword. And it looks like actually both of them actually are pretty good for experience. Although okay, good.
I was worried for a second,
Yeah.
but he was able to pull that off, and he
Misses
the
are a
issues
thing.
at hit level 2. So,
Yeah, the misses are a thing, especially when you don't want them.
oh, Forgo found a Scarlet.
Okay, yeah, okay. So now we're gonna see actually how it doesn't matter now if it's cursed
was
or not.
doing-
You equip it.
8 damage prior to equipping this Scarlet Wand to a troll. He was doing 9 to a noise. He just did 18.
Yeah. So this is basically an endurance race. Yeah, the best way because when we're initially setting up this tournament, any datters can state what's your success rate for any percent runs.
About 1.5%.
There you go. So we're not going to make people do that. That's dumb. But we do have different categories, like first to 10, first to 20, first to 30. So any of the ones that get to 10, 20, or 30 here, with the time deduction that we normally take off, because normally we just start outside Ko's house, you can submit to the leaderboard. So everyone here is doing technically speed runs that are on our leaderboards. But to make everyone expect them to do an 80% run is this mean.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
We could be here for 6 hours and not see a successful run.
Yeah, and basically when it comes down to it, Dawn is in such a good condition having the Scarlet Wand because, he did 19 damage to a flame.
In one level, he'll be one-shotting.
Exactly. He has to just make sure that he has...
Ooh. If he had missed, that was GG. He is playing very risky this round.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that because even a troll can kill him at P.
Yeah, he is throwing caution to the wind. Oof.
Yeah, it's crazy how much the Scarlet Wand is sought after for runs. But at the same time, if you find a Stream Wand and a Sea Seed, it's not as good because despite you having the bonuses, the level of the spell of the monster only levels up when it's his natural type. So Queenie will only level up his spell when he's fire. And there is a 100% category. We actually had our first run of that.
Yes, we did. 2 days ago?
12 hours and sub 12:30, I think.
Yeah, it was just under 12 and a half hours.
Yeah. And that was done by Kane the Brain. He's actually currently doing Bookless right now, which is a much easier category.
Yeah,
Speaking of
it's
which,
basically
when's
100% without picking up... Okay, we'll get to that later. Bookless is basically 100% without having to collect all the monsters. But, as Shawnee alluded to, a couple of us may start putting 100% in, myself included, more frequently now.
Okay, I will actually go with you on that one. Once I've done my finals, I will do a 100% race with you if you want to save it till...
All right, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so at least you don't have to suffer unless
okay.
I find a Rocher Fruit in floor 2
Oh
again.
my gosh, we won't talk about that.
I like it.
So it looks like Sans got another wand up there. He really wants to hope for a Paralyze, a Life, or a Scarlet. Those are the big 3 you look for.
Definitely not a money one.
There's a Paralyze, so he may equip that.
Paralyze is actually good, because Paralyze, it does have the... Well, obviously by its name, you obviously can figure out probably what it does. I would have taken that Wind Seed.
He doubled it back.
Okay, yeah.
He took off and then realized he wanted it.
Iron Shield? Iron Shield's always nice. So, yeah, 100% is Booklist is basically everything except for your Little Sister's essentially version of the Pokedex. Because having to find everything and do whatever takes forever. Compared to Booklist, which we've pretty much routed it. I'm not gonna say perfectly. We have to wait for Dark Sword first entry kind of thing, cursed, and there you go. There's an hour and a half time save.
Right.
Or find the monster and do whatever. There's a lot of weird things about that run, but 100% itself is just obscene. But also, both our runners here actually have wands. They both have
back
Witch
up to
Shields.
6 again. I mean, he is just booking it. I really think him losing Kune so fast last round has, I don't want to say set him on edge, but made it so he wants to get floors.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to worry about time. He just wants to get as high as he can and hope that Sand Knight's luck ends up being a little bit worse than his.
Yeah, because I don't know if I don't know if he's watching the stream or anything like that as well. So I don't. I think he might be the impression that Sand Knight is already on like floor 7 or something. Like
That's
he's
definitely
just trying
possible
to catch up.
too.
Because like I know he's posted messages every now and then, but that's obviously when he's done the race. But,
Okay, man, I thought he was done again.
Yeah, he is really pushing it with the life. Honestly, the life one probably be the most consistent thing you want for this current tournament, because that extra HP per attack adds up.
Big.
Yeah, and it's absolutely great.
Ooh, there's an egg on 7.
Actually, speaking of Tower Lock, there is quite a few challenge runs people have been doing. Myself included, I will be doing a picket run. I could take a picket and some items with me, I believe is what you challenged me.
That is correct.
The only monster I can use is a picket, and we're deciding on the fusion magic. I would keep that light seed for the U-boat.
He's got no meme. I'd egg bomb, I think.
Honestly, yeah, the red egg would be Palumpa. Get rid of that and get to the height and attack the U-boat.
I think he's just trying to get away and not have to fight the U-boat at all.
Yeah, the U-boat is so scary.
So Sand Knight is still not equipping his Iron Shield.
I think he's holding up for a little bit better one before the damage starts scaling up.
Yeah. There's a Seal Wand, very useless. Its special ability does seal enemies' magic, but for the most part, it's not practical.
Okay, so Long Road Gaming. Basically, he asked what is interesting about this game compared to other Mystery Dungeon games, in case people are viewing this on YouTube later. They can't see the Twitch chat. Basically, this is a weird game where it kind of turns some of the rules on its head. Because normal Mystery Dungeon games is there's a hunger meter, and eventually you can't gain experience anymore or anything like that. This one has MP on the monsters. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay. So I can just deviate. Sand Knight's on a small corridor that all the monsters are going to be walking towards him, and it's horrible. So enjoy watching him try to walk through everything. But yeah, so basically, yeah, Chocobo Dungeon 2 is actually how I got into the Mystery Dungeon games, and the same with Azure Dreams. I absolutely love them because the randomness just made them so much more fun for me. But this one is... It's something unique. I have never played another game like it. And not in any condition like there's other games like it, like the horrible DS Azure Dreams game. There's also a really good Game Boy Color game. But this game itself just has some weird charm to it. And the mechanics are all just balanced just enough against you to make it always challenging. Even on return trips to the tower, you're always never guaranteed to get... Like, I don't know anyone who would willingly go into the tower, even with New Game Plus stuff, without a Wind Crystal and tell them they'll be okay.
Right.
You'll die.
This is... A lot of roguelikes inherently have this. But this is the first game I ever played where it felt like the dungeon itself was out to get me.
Yeah, I can agree. I think that's the part of it, is like, normally Mystery Dungeon games, it's like a very... You're kind of stacked. And this is the one where, like we said, you are the weakest thing in the tower.
Yeah. Pyrotic Tiger, the sequel, it's more of a spiritual successor. It's called Tao's Adventure. No one likes it.
No. It used a touchscreen on the DS to a very poor... Oh, wow, he's stuck in a hole with a U-boat coming at him. Actually, if he were to do it right, he can trap the U-boat down there and keep moving. No, he didn't. Alright. Hopefully he finds the elevator. But yeah, Tao's Adventure is like, instead of finding the fireballs and stuff like that, this game, you would draw the corresponding spell on the touchscreen, but it wasn't good. And then... it wasn't a good game. I tried it just wasn't good.
It's not.
I would love to see this game released on PSN, because it would have such an easier thing for people to pick up and play.
Oof.
But he's holding Wind Crystal. He's taking that Wind Crystal for a walk.
Yeah, I didn't want to waste the turn dropping it with the U-boat behind him, but he doesn't have a choice now.
Well, he should have done
Iron
is kept
Shield,
walking
which
forward.
is a defense 5 shield, he still takes 10 damage, aka 25% of his health. in one hit.
Yeah.
So he's switching over to the Paralyze in hopes that he could have frozen the U-boat in place. Didn't work. Oh man, I'm getting anxious watching him.
Yeah. Although, again...
Oh my gosh, Cunie's fine with 1 health. I thought he was done.
This is where you use the fire thing. Yeah, there you go. Also, water balls suck. Don't use them. Ooh, pie. Okay. Sad got hit by a paralysis trap, and if hopefully, yeah, get Queenie out of there.
Yep, kill some turns. DonForgo's gonna skip some turns right by the elevator to get his monster some health back. And then the second danger shows up, like 2 U-boats, he bounces.
Yeah. And also, we should say as well, both Queenies on both players are probably very low in MP. I have not seen usage yet.
Yeah, they've got to be close.
Because normally about floor 6 or 7, you really want to use that for fruit. They'll be like
30 or under.
40, yeah, 40 to 30 mark kind of thing. And you don't want to be in a condition where, like on I think Sand Knights last time. Oh, Sand's going for a hatch.
He's hoping for
going there for a while.
He's hoping for a clown, or he's hoping for a cyclone here. Cyclone, if you can, when he gets the blue collar, he can fuse it through his Cune, which will have him consume half MP. If it's a clown, he will fuse it and get the ability of double magic. So his spell, Cune's spell power will double.
Yeah.
No, not usually. Most people will play till they die. Yeah, rather than actually forfeit.
And they're looking for all the crystals they keep picking up. They're actually looking for...
water crystals or fire crystals.
Yeah, there's a lowdown. Does that work this time?
Yeah, sure does.
Okay. Yeah, so Queenie is actually at 1 experience away from level 6 now. Which is annoying, because now they don't level up at the same time, which is always nice to see. But
it's a bloom!
Is he going to name it? He's probably going to name it, isn't he?
Oh, he's going to... Oh, I see what he's...
Okay.
Interesting.
He's definitely going for the long game here.
Yes, he is.
He's going to be fusing the bloom, or the Plumpet into the bloom to unlock its hidden spell, and then he's going to probably fuse the bloom into Queenie to turn it to water and give it a new spell as well.
I believe actually what he's going to try to do here is, since he has that wind seed, if he unlocks the bloom spell, he's going to keep it, and because Dio Wall, as a mixture magic spell, has a 100% chance to paralyze. So if he can hit to floor 12, get that blue collar so he can bring out 2 familiars at once, he will fuse the Pullenpa and the bloom together, feed it the wind seed, and then he is probably going to use that as his utility monster.
Yeah. Oh, again, you can tell when they're kind of fiddling with the controls when their hub kind of moves around and stuff like that. Because all of a sudden, Don's thing it said floor 10, now it's gone, so we're gonna have to know where he is. But you do that by holding down triangle and pushing R2 or something like that. So
it's usually when you're trying to turn around or adjust the camera that you actually don't expect to.
If you hold triangle, you do not move. You can turn around and plan your movement before dedicating yourself to an actual move. So holding down triangle and pushing the shoulder buttons tends to mess around the map. You'll just every once in a while you'll see the mini map go smaller or larger a couple times. That's probably when they're doing that as well. It's really annoying to play when way back in the day because I don't think there's even the instruction manual explained how to do it.
No, it did not. When you accidentally got rid of your mini map and didn't know how you did it.
Yeah, you can't have to hold select to see the entire floor for a second and. Oh yeah, you can throw items. That's another thing. It's not really worth it in the grand scheme of things. There's a couple things you can do, like you can replace a weapon on a troll for getting a better selling item, basically, if you find another one. Wait, did Sand Knight use? Yeah, Sand Knight used a Holy Scroll in that.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I was watching Don's.
Ooh, dodged the bow, but it hit his monster in the face.
Yep.
So, Don is in what we consider the fire floors right now, 10 and 11, where your most dangerous enemies are going to be your Volcano and your Griffin. It tends to be actually safer than floors 7, 8, and 9, where your strongest monsters are water, and you tend to just take way more damage from them. So 9 and 10, you tend to see players, or 10 and 11, you tend to see players explore a little bit more. But now he's on 12. It's going to start to get dangerous in water again. So you're going to see him really, really shoot for elevators if you can find them.
Oh, there goes that bloom.
There's a Kraken.
Oh, so fun fact, you actually can make monsters evolve their natural programming if you keep sacrificing your monsters so it random. If you get a clown up to level 20 that's wild, it will evolve. It's dumb.
I'm good at it. I get him up to 20 frequently.
No. I meant the AI. Not yours. I'm talking about the ones in the tower.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, they get experience when they kill your monsters, so if you can raise them up enough, they will.
Oh my gosh. So it's not the MP... So, okay. The reason it says MP decreases faster isn't because the actual monster's MP decreases faster. It's that you're using twice the MP that you would be using if you only had one monster out at a time. Oh, their MP does not actually decrease at a faster rate by having 2 of them out.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's...
but instead of having, a monster with 100 MP, 80 MP, instead of having 180 MP total, you still only have 100 because you're using them both at the same time.
He's going straight up. So he's looking for that floor 12 blue collar.
Yeah, he wants that blue collar really badly. He was talking about this during my race earlier when I watched it on the restream. He really likes having the bloom and he likes having deal wall a lot.
Yeah.
He feels very confident if he can pull that off.
Actually, both of them are actually in really good position, but I think Don actually skipped the blue collar.
I didn't see him pick it up, but I was also watching Sand for a little while at that point, so...
Oh, there we saw where the elevator is, but Sand Knight's going to be ignoring that, and he's going to be looking for that blue because he wants that monster fusion.
Yeah, he wants that a lot. Forgo right now doesn't have a ton of great items, but his equipment is about as good as you could hope for.
Pretty much. The Scarlet one is definitely going to be pushing him above natural... the average attack power that you would normally have around here, because he can 3-shot, stuff like that. So he's in a good position. The only problem is the Krakens. You just don't want to ever deal with them.
Ever.
Because they hit you back for some percentage of damage that you hit them for, and they're great.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Sand might be in trouble.
We might have.
Sand might be in real big trouble here.
No. Oh, that sleep trap. Oh no.
No, it wasn't a sleep trap, it was hypnosis.
Oh, it was a dreamin'.
A dreamin' put him down.
Okay, well he's at 22 HP, so he's gonna have to...
Okay, so he got... I don't want to say he got lucky. He actually got unlucky that sleep lasted as long as it did. Normally it doesn't last anywhere near that amount of time. But he got lucky he woke up when he did, because one more turn and Kune was down. 2 more turns and he was down.
Oh, easily. Or if one decided, hey, you know what, let's just use another Rise, because they love spamming.
Yeah, so that was very clenching. So he's taking no more chances. He's taking them now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so Dreamins aren't that threatening. They're actually kind of funny. They just around whatever. If they're around a group of monsters, they are terrifying because if they put you to sleep, you're screwed. Like that one Griffin that was, perfect at hibernating. If Sand Knight was better at hibernating.
Right, that was game over.
Yeah. And
so what you've just seen is our first monster fusion of the game. He fused his Palumpa in with his Bloom to unlock its hidden spell ability. That is D-Wall. A pretty useless move, to be quite honest.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting. He is using it into Kune.
Yeah, he is getting that D-Wall. He's using the water magic on... He does have a Blizzard Sword too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Alright, so that might be the new plan he's
I think he threw his Wind Seed. Because I think he was looking for it and didn't see it in his inventory.
Possibly.
Oh no, it's there. I don't think he plans on giving it to it yet. I think he wants to fight for a little bit. Nope, he's doing it now. Yep. Okay, so that changed the D-Wall spell into Dio Wall. An equally useless spell if casted directly. But when mixed, as you're about to find out, this is going to guarantee paralysis.
And with
And allow
that,
him
you can also...
freely.
Yep. Plus, you can also pick up paralysis monsters and huck them.
Yep.
If they're light enough.
Correct. So, as long as he fights one monster at a time and has MP, he cannot take damage.
Yep. And the nice thing as well is you can make monsters stop in corridors because they'll stop at a paralyzed monster and turn around like it's a wall.
Yep, you can actually build like walls of paralyzed monsters.
Yeah, it's great.
So yeah, it's a very weak spell, dealing 5 damage, but that's not what we're looking for here.
Ooh, critical there, though. Got 21 damage.
At this point, Sand Knight has one of the best utility spells, or the best utility spell in the game, and very, very... I don't want to call it broken. Very efficient, because...
Yes, efficient would be the right word.
As long as he has MP and he makes the right moves here, I don't see him stopping before 30 at this point.
Yeah, and especially with the wind. Like, again, like, oh, look, there's a volcano there. Well, you know, Tadara is not paralyzed.
Oh, no. Oh, my. Okay, so what happened there, Sand Knight stepped on a blind trap
Oh, dear.
while holding a volcano.
Too bad it didn't come up with them.
He did not want to go up the elevator because he did not want to have to go up to the next floor here and have no idea what his floor layout is. Unfortunately, what happened was he took one step and stepped on a go-up trap that immediately launches you upstairs whether you like it or
Oh,
not.
he's lucky on that.
He was very lucky.
Yeah, the volcano decided not to attack him and just, hey, let's a rock.
So, while we've been talking about Sand Knight's super cool hack that he's created for himself over here, Forgo's on floor 16.
Yeah, and there's a good chance that this will be very beneficial, because although trolls hurt a lot, and unfortunately that's the case, there are a lot of wind creatures here that you can get a lot of experience. And it pays off in the long run. And he has a good chance of getting caught up with levels. You get more comfortable, a little bit more HP. You can sort of realize, like, at level 13, he has 63 HP. At level 2, he had 26. The scaling is kind of bad. So...
This is going to be interesting to see going forward as well. Please don't miss. Okay, good.
yes.
Sand Knight is actually going to fight a lot more than Forgo going forward. Which means, more likely, Sand Knight's going to start taking longer on his floors than Forgo is.
Yeah, and they're already approaching the 30-minute mark, too.
Exactly. Is he going to be able to build himself enough of a lead
Ooh, let's ignore that Kraken.
to be able to make it so Sand Knight feels compelled to rush later on?
Mistakes happen when you rush in this game.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Unquestionably.
Yeah. That's going to be a question for my match, too. I'm quite the slow player, but I'm quite deliberate with my movements. So, but going against Baldwin, so who knows? Red sand's always nice, and he's holding a white sand as well. So, although I haven't seen Sand Knight use any of his ball magic. It's only been mixture magic so far, I think, for the most part.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so you may be wondering if you're watching DonForgo's side, why he's sitting around on this floor. Floor 16 is a very special floor. Yep. Floors 16, 26, and 36 are the only floors in the entire game where you see a special monster called a barong. It's a little red blob with some wavy, flowy, either hair or scales.
Something like that, I don't know.
Yeah. They are a monster that can eat any item thrown at them in the game, and then will spit out a brand new item back at you. What's nice about that is items in this game have rarity, so some items are much more rare to spawn than others. Not when it comes to a barong. He has an equal chance of spitting out any single item in the entire game. So if you're looking for anything rare or something to help you along the way, he's the one you want to find to give yourself the best chance to get good equipment. So he's killing a little bit of time here in hopes that he has one run into the room towards him, and then if it gets too dangerous, he's staying right by the elevator so he can leave at a moment's notice.
They wear a cape? No, it's definitely not a cape. Trolls are the only thing smart enough in the tower, according to the game, that, Does Neoprit shoot at a distance? Or is that just the animation? Misleading animation, then?
No, not in this game.
This game has a deep, rich lore. Your father's dead, climb a tower.
Yep.
Actually, if San goes up, he's actually in the lead, but he's going to sit here and wait for the Balrog. Nope.
Nope, he's going up.
Nope, he's going up.
So Forgo's really hoping for something to help him move on, but he's also being very... This is the DonForgo we expected.
Yes, we expected the grinding happen actually quite a bit earlier.
Yeah, normally he does this much lower on, but this is what we expected to see. Now, the real question is he going to burn through too much MP to...
Yeah, I think he has a couple eggs worth of Peter for well, because eggs can be used as egg bombs. You can throw them in the monstral hatch and attack the creature, normally doing quite a decent amount of damage, unless you get a picket, then whoops. And there's the beautiful picket. Oh, it doesn't one hit. Oh, shame. Lots of experience, though.
Mm-hmm.
Pickets are great. I love them. They're so cute.
Speaking of eggs.
Yeah. So he has quite a few eggs on him right now. I don't know why he's holding on to the red stand for the most part.
I don't know if he knows why either. I think he's just constantly going over it and not... But he has no need for it currently. He's going to keep this Scarlet one equipped for the rest of the game, almost no matter what.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because even if he loses Cune, and technically a sword is better, once you lose Cune, you are not fighting anything physically. You are not going to hand-to-hand combat anything.
Yeah. Yeah, leads back to Don. They're switching back and forth.
And to go up. So that's 2 quick floors for Don there.
Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one. Also, I just realized timer, or you reset it by...
Yeah, he reset it by accident.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we've got Sand Knight going.
Yeah. Actually, so we can switch.
All right, Don is our first to 420. He's first to the midway point of the tower. Again, you can really see the utilization for Sand Knight here. Just every monster in this game is now just a plaything for him.
Floor 20. This is where the game decides, you know what? Screw
everything you thought you knew and everything you thought was difficult was just, very lucky warp trap for Sand Knight there.
Yes.
Warp trap will send you randomly to any square in any room on the floor. It just so happened to send him to a square in the room he was already in, so he didn't lose his monster. Without his monster, he is very vulnerable.
Yeah, I'm actually quite surprised in the pace of this race right now, because I didn't expect DonForgo to actually be ahead. Well, again, with the go-up traps and stuff like that. Oh, look, there's a regular Plumpa. Is he gonna kill him before he goes?
Nah, he's letting him live. He's being merciful.
Yeah, I would at least picked him up and brought him with me.
So like I mentioned, this is where you're really going to start these differences come into play. Sand Knight is going to fight the monsters he sees. Not only is Mixture Magic slower, the animations are longer, but every 3 turns, he's casting a magic that does 2 to 5 damage. So he's almost wasting a turn of damage just to re-paralyze.
But it's worth it, though, in the long run, though.
It's 100% worth it for survivability, but again, what he's losing out on is time, which is why Forgo's able to make this lead increase on his end, even though technically he has a worse loadout as far as survivability goes.
Actually, speaking of, like 5 4s in 2 minutes, is technically once Sand Knight hits level 20, he would technically have a 20-floor run. So, I honestly, I'm actually quite surprised. Is Don on the leaderboard for the 20 floor?
I don't think so. I think he'll probably submit this for 10 and 20, if depending on how well, because this is the fastest I've seen him play for sure.
Yes, it is. It's uncharacteristic. No, he's not on it, and I would have said that would have been about 32. So he would be 4th place if you were to submit it. So that's pretty respectable, especially in a race setting. Because no, it'd be 32 minus the intro, so that'd be 29 or something.
Yeah, it'd be a sub 30.
Yeah, so that would put him just behind Poulet. So that's pretty good. Oh, gotta love.
Interesting. Well, it doesn't matter to him much. So Wee Dog on Sand Knight's side just threw out a piece of meat. That looks like a waste of a turn. Looks like it didn't accomplish it. But actually, what happens is any monster finds that irresistible. Cune would have not listened to any of Sand Knight's commands until he picked that meat up. He would have gone straight for it, which is a death sentence if you have anything else around you. Luckily, he was right by the elevator. It didn't come into play. No harm, no foul.
Honestly, I would have picked it up because it still recovers like a pita fruit.
It does. That's very true.
And he could have just paralyzed the wee dog and just gone up the elevator.
Ooh. So Sand Knight's starting to get the elevator luck that Forgo got for a little.
He's booking it up there now, too. Actually, I don't think... Does Sand actually have a time submitted? No, he doesn't either. I would have thought Sand would have submitted a time for the 24.
I'm sure he could. During his practice race, he was able to do that, so...
So, the frog trap did not last one turn there, for the record. If you hold down triangle and circle, you can skip turns. And immediately when he got up there, he tried to, and... Oh, no.
He's fine.
Yeah, blocks are scary for that.
Very. Luckily, they're wind. Oh, no. Don missed. If this paralyzes him, okay.
Ooh, yeah.
We're okay. He's okay. If that had paralyzed him, he would have been in real trouble.
Yeah, so this is where you paralyze and you start throwing things everywhere.
So the nice thing about floor 23, 24, and 25 for that matter, is a lot of your enemies are wind. Your block is wind, your unicorn is wind, and then when you find zoos, they are wind as well. So DonForgo with his setup here can actually fight most monsters on these floors if he gets the advantage on them. He's going to kill them a lot faster than Sand Knight. Maybe not safer, but he's still able to fight just as often.
As long as it's one-on-one. The second you get two against you or a chance of paralysis from a distance, you're going to regret your choices.
Oh, there's the elevator from spinning. And here's your zoo, my personal most hated monster in the game. For one reason and one reason only. Two reasons. A, they have an inherent ability that they can't be paralyzed. So if you have a binding ball, it doesn't work on them.
Yep.
B, they have an ability which can paralyze you. Not a spell, but an ability. So if you have a mirror shield, it does not work. So you can fight a zoo, have the best equipment in the game, they can still paralyze you, and still somehow hit like trucks.
Yep, and I tried to use Mixture Magic yesterday when I was doing a practice run, and one decided to paralyze me when I didn't kill him. Queenie attacked the wrong thing, and I died in a horrible, horrible bloody mess.
I've lost more runs to zoos than probably any monster in the game.
Honestly, I would not.
Or any percent runs, at least.
Oh, there's a Viper. Sans is letting him walk his way.
All right, Don's at 25.
Ooh, hey, it's a Viper.
This is a very, very good show. Ooh, okay. So what you just saw happen on DonForgo's side was he was just hit by nothing. There's an enemy in this game called a Stealth. His ability, like you may have guessed, is to go stealth. He literally becomes completely invisible. He does not show up on radar. So the only way you can ever tell where he is you have to pinpoint it based on where your animation is getting hit from when he attacks you.
You have to be really, really attentive to find that out too.
Yes.
Cole will actually flinch in the direction that he is hit.
Correct.
Although, they're both on 25 now, though. So.
Yeah, Forgo saw the elevator, and Sand spawned in with the elevator, so we're probably going to see 30 from both our runners here.
Has anyone run the full hour clock yet? No. We've had, I think, 53 minutes and 54 minutes, I think, for a couple runs. Oh, hey, there you go. Floor 26, there's the bell wrong. Don't throw it at the snowman. You can't pick up the snowman either, so you're not dealing with the bell wrong.
So now he's going to try to get something good out of the barong here.
He does have a useless fire warp he can throw.
He does? Oof.
No, I think... Oh, hey, that's going to hurt.
This is actually not
hit
great
for
for
a
him.
lot.
Yeah. And Forgo with his Scarlet Wand setup, and because Cune has stayed fire and his spell is consistently leveled up the whole time, can two-shot a snowman here. The strongest water monster on these floors.
Yeah, that's one creature you have to worry about. Mandara, not as much. They actually have really low HP.
Very low health.
For whatever reason, and all they do is kind of spin you around.
I think it's less than 60.
I think so. You got a red sand.
Well, it's less than 61, guaranteed, so...
Yeah.
Or 61 or less, I guess is the better way to say that. Unfortunately, snowmen hit like a truck, so even though they're two-shot, you can't run into more than one every... Oh, no. It's a three-shot.
Ooh, he got lucky with the damage roll the first time.
He just posted. He might be going down. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, bad movement. There you go. You need a new controller.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Sand Knight.
Sand Knight is your winner.
Yep.
What a race, though. This second game was fantastic. It was tense. I loved watching both. The very drastic difference in play styles. Oh.
What floor was he on?
26.
26. So we already have a winner for.
Correct.
All right, I'll message him again.
So I'll leave it up to you folks. If you would like, we can do an exit. Just a third friendly for fun. We can also feel free to impose any rule challenge we would like to on our runners. The one imposed on me and Poulet was
glitched entry.
So we had to. Well, it wasn't necessarily glitched entry, but we just couldn't have Kune. So we had to release him before we took a step.
Yeah, you can see Sand Knight realize he won now after I said he's spinning around. I'm open to a challenge third. All right, that sounds good.
Chad, do you have any interesting thoughts? Oh,
that would be interesting. Let's see here.
pull up a percent. All right, they both want it.
All right, pull up a percent. We will see the glory that is. Make sure you guys send Queenie home.
All right, I'll start the countdown on the Discord.
Sure, sounds good.
Now, the way I would say it is you have to hatch it on one, correct?
Yes, you get it and hatch it after you, or I guess if you don't really want to kill the...
I guess technically you can hatch it whenever you want. It's just how long do you want to not have your monster?
Hey, he needs that extra experience if he's going to live. This also might be a very short run.
This could be very short.
I'll say instead of it just whoever's higher, let's make it so both have to die or both get to 40. Because let's face it, they're probably gonna die in floor 2.
Not necessarily.
If they encounter a flame, they're kind of screwed.
Thalpon, yes, that is the free egg you get on tutorial floor 1. It is always a Polympa. And
it is around 80% heat as well. It's pretty quick to hatch.
It is the weakest monster in the game by a lot. Ooh, Luigi, I'm instituting that as the rule.
Protect the Palumpa. Okay, yeah. Go with that as well. Are they going at the same time, or... Yeah, they are. Okay, cool. Alright, this is going to be a weird thing, but... So, Sand Knight is the winner of the tournament match.
Yes!
So, let me get up... Give me a sec here. Let me get the bracket up here. I think it's under general, isn't it? Oh wait, no, we can do the Azure thing, can't we?
So Sand Knight is your winner of our race. DonForgo is by no means out of the tournament, but Azure's bracket, which continues next week. So we are double elimination tournament. He can move forward and make it right back out. Yep. He is 1-1 so far, so obviously he's already won a race. He can easily make it back into the finals or grand finals, depending on how he plays going forward.
Also, we have another 5 minutes to kill. Ask questions, people. Yeah,
it's for the third time today. We have just dead air.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the problem with this is the intro. We can explain it the first time,
but then nothing to do as we go forward.
Yeah. So if you guys have any questions, anything you observed you want us to explain, just let us know. You can see DonForgo flicking the triangle button just to move the title card back and forth between the characters.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you hold triangle during dialogue, it actually makes go behind the characters so you can see their portraits better. It doesn't really do anything. Oh, I saw Sand Knight named himself Poland percent.
So this one to leaderboard, man. Whose butt do you have to kick to get a beer around here? I don't know. Any advice for running this game? You beat it years ago. If you beat it, you're qualified to run it.
Even if you haven't beat it, you're qualified to run it.
Yeah. Actually, you're more qualified if anything.
Multiple people in our tournament actually have never completed this game before.
Yep.
Yet are running in the tournament.
Full Featuritis is one.
Who is in round 2, won her first match, has never beaten the game, but has recently beaten her PB in what made it to 32?
35.
35!
Yeah, so she got cornered by like 5 golems, and the golems just are horrible, horrible creatures. That would have won.
Professor Palmer had never even played the game until about 10 hours before his first tournament race. And now he has already broken floor 30.
Yep. I think the Darcis has never played the game before.
Nope, never.
Oh.
Here's my favorite character in the game. I call him Captain Eyebrows, or Eyebrows for short.
See, the thing is, he doesn't have any other facial hair, and it bugs me.
It's just eyebrows.
Just eyebrows.
Eyebrows for days.
So that means the thing is, he shaves. He shaves, but he knows about his eyebrows. That's what bugs me about him. Eyebrows, yeah. So what other questions? Also, yeah.
I'm gonna take a nap for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yep. Just wake me up when they're there.
Yeah, technically they could do glitch entry and save time if they're just doing Palumpa.
I don't think Sand Knight's quite experienced enough with glitch entry. I'm not either. So when we did our race earlier, I actually couldn't do glitched entry because I've never even pulled it off once.
I initially console verified it on speedrun.com. The only thing neat about the glitched entry is if you were to beat the entire game, or at least get 20 items worth, you can bring in 20 items if you were to meet Queenie.
I wonder what would happen to your 20th.
It gets replaced by Queenie.
Oh,
it just shoves it away. So.
It looks like Forgo's going for the glitched entry.
Oh, we're going.
So he's not going to use the pita fruit. He's going to use the.
He's keeping it for Palumpa. That's smart. Because Palumpa does have reduced MP.
Danny, it is unfortunately towards the end of our race. Sand Knight is already our winner. This is a third friendly match that they both agreed to do a challenge race for, using only the Palumpa that you get from your egg here in this tutorial floor. The first one to lose their monster is the loser of our friendly race. So as you're seeing, DonForgo is glitching his way into the tower. Ooh, he lost it.
Nope. Yeah, you don't walk left that far. You try to walk backwards.
He lost
in.
He lost the pot. That's interesting. So he's just bailing and going into the tower.
Yeah.
So the advantage to that over running just inside is you skip all of Cune's dialogue. So if you can pull it off flawlessly, quickly, you save yourself, I think it's 1.5 minutes. Almost.
Yeah, basically it's weird. But at the same time, if you want to skip the tutorial, and there is our wonderful Palumpa. And you can rename creatures at any time, so you need 2 familiars to fuse. Please don't do that. It has no mixture magic. So AI3 is not going to help.
DonForgo, I have kids. That song is embedded into my soul. If any of you aren't aware, he is referencing the Baby Shark kids video. Please don't watch it. It'll eat away at your life force.
Okay, I love how Sand Knight did this as a tech skip still.
Despite
he's not being in a tower. He actually walked around the room for no reason.
I love that.
Alright, so that was a troll in front of him.
Hey! Level 2 Palumpa.
World's strongest Palumpa currently. Oh, and a frog! Look at this luck that Sand Knight's having. But yes, we do have a Discord. We recently reached over 100 members, which is crazy.
So I'm a bad person and forgot that we weren't having his... My bad. I fixed it. Ha!
Why? You jerk!
Sand Knight throwing shade at potentially his next opponent here.
So wait, you're supposed to protect it though, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, he's protecting a useless creature. I don't know if you should be excited.
Okay, so the fun thing is we make fun of each other in the community. Simple as that. Everyone pokes fun at each other one way or another. When Darcis was doing his first ever booklist run, We started off really, really friendly towards each other. By the end of it, we were jokingly hating each other at the end of it. Jokingly, right?
Sure. It won't hold this audio to save my life, so sorry, we're just going background forever. I apologize, everybody. It's not letting me do things. I'm trying.
The longest life before Plump. Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people do challenge, and honestly, Plumpa is actually, I think, one of them. I don't know.
Yeah, Plumpa percent is one of them.
Yeah, so I would never do that. I despise Plumpa. There's a 3-shot? Yeah, it's a 3-shot for the troll still.
There. This should keep it then at this point. We all know Sand Knight's the winner, just won't put winner in his name so he can use his audio. Oh, really, Forgo? That's where we're going here?
What's it? Oh. Who's to die first, Dadders or Shawnee?
Oh, come on now.
I guess I'll call you Dadders from now. This is great. I'm having a great night. How are you?
I am tired.
What are your choices?
I'm tired. I can't take this anymore.
Welcome to Azure Dreams.
Ooh, Forgo may not make it out of this room.
Ooh, yeah. Well, he can pick up the troll and throw it at least. Like, that is an option.
Missed the noise, so that's a good start.
The noise is not even close to him. He does have a fireball he can use. That is still a thing. He made it... Okay. He made it attack the wrong direction.
Polypus still alive. He hit it.
Oh my goodness. Technically, yes.
And Forgo's dead. But the Polypus is still alive. He's not wrong there.
So does he go back in the tower
It also
now?
doesn't exist. Because he hashed it in the tower.
Dadders is no longer a thing?
So, there's our friendly race.
9 minutes in.
It
6
took-
minutes for tutorial.
I'm so glad you all stuck around. Clearly this was worth it for all of us.
Oh, lordy.
However, I would like to get our runners in here so we can do a quick interview.
Yes, we should get DonForgo in as well if possible. So, joining the call is Sand Knight.
Hey guys!
The winner of Plumpa Percent.
Hey, look at the screen right now, Shawnee.
See,
It's gonna happen soon.
Shawnee is better than Dadders, confirmed.
There you go. That's what it's worth.
And joining the call as well as...
Yes!
Oh, that's so
What a
good.
race.
Yes, I was actually really, really surprised at the first round because DonForgo was booking it through the tower.
Oh man. He kept me on my toes. I didn't expect that at all.
No, you start grinding on the second race around floor 16 for levels. And you're like, oh, there's a Donber, remember?
Well, I had to because I was waiting for the Barong. I was hoping to, get more gears, get more items.
Yeah.
And that's what we figured at that point, and it just luckily happened to where you shot any monster on that floor too, so it just, you were able to get levels and wait for the Brawn. Unfortunately, he just never came.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could have went much higher. It's just that my button was stuck on running, and then my D-pad was stuck. I just ran to this
Oh,
moment.
so you ran too much.
Yeah, that unfortunately is a problem. I know my PS3 control I use. I've used it for Street Fighter for numerous years, and all the other games. I've only ever had one controller, and yeah, it likes to do things when I don't want it to. I don't like that.
Yeah, mine is my original PS1 controller, so the D-pad is a little bit fuzzy, but as long as I take my time with it, it generally works, so...
And almost more painful than the fact that Don walked into the snowman was it hit him for the exact amount of health he had left. It hit him for 27 to 27.
Ouch.
Actually, Don, if you want to show off something silly, if you jump on the bookcase in your house, and you can jump on the middle pillar between the rooms.
Yeah, I know.
It's dumb.
I've seen
Uh,
that. But
so-
can we just talk about the fact that Don, man, what the heck happened to you? You were You were tailing me like crazy.
I was in front of you for a while, I think.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was in front of you
Yeah.
all of both races almost.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
he was constantly in front. Yeah.
He
Right.
literally sat there when everyone's telling me I'm going to book it and throw everyone off their game.
Yeah.
I
What was that?
mean, I could also, I set a new PB in my top 20 too.
Yeah.
Damn right you did.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Sendnut, you are not on the leaderboard for the 20 floor.
Yeah, that's true. Not for 30 either. I'm gonna have to remedy that at some point. I have to.
I found it interesting, and luckily I
Fasto.
had just recently listened to the broadcast of my race earlier today when you brought up what you like to do with the bloom. And
Yeah.
so the second I saw that bloom egg hatch, watch for these things because he already has his wins.
Yeah,
And
when I
now,
saw
lo and
the egg-
behold, you got your 12, you got the blue collar, you hatched
Yeah.
the Pony immediately after, and then with that close call with the Dreamin', when those two Griffins showed up, once you got out of
I
that,
was
you went,
so
okay,
afraid.
fusing now. We're done. This is over.
Yeah,
Yes.
that is such a good strategy. You're lucky to have the wind crystal or the wind seed as well.
Yeah, when I saw the wind seed, you saw me like, oh, I don't need that, and I'm like, in case I get a blue mag, just in case. I just brought I don't bring wind seed to change it to enemies to wind elements so that my fire hits for more. I never do that. But I actually did pick the wind seed in case I get a bloom.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, after that, I have the blue mag.
It was really interesting to watch once that happened, because then it was an immediate divergence in play styles.
Yeah.
You were still fighting most enemies you found, but due to the fact that Cune's magic wasn't leveling up, and every 3 turns you had to use a basically useless attack, you were taking longer to go up than Don was. And so he was slowly but surely building a lead that didn't go away really until 25-26 when he got hit with a couple unlucky floors.
Yeah, at that
But
point,
for a
I know
while
I
was legitimately not concerned, but wondering if he was going to die higher than you, and you were the one to play catch up.
Yeah, that was a possibility. The
I
two
farm
weaknesses
mode.
of that is it's for so little damage, and the second weakness it's really slow, and you are at the mercy of a miss here. If I missed my paralysis attack, which can, if it hits, it's 100% paralyzed, but you can miss. And
Right.
if you
Yeah.
do, then you get hit in the face, and on these higher floors, I'm not going to be high level enough to tank that.
No, but on the higher floors, you're versing a lot more water creatures, and you do
Yes.
have an advantage on that one because
Yes.
like, even the level 9 spell that you had was doing 20, 30 damage on some monsters. Like it's still
Yes.
respectable.
Absolutely. But I knew I was feeling every animation like, oh, I'm losing so much time. But you feel so much more confident knowing that you shouldn't have any problem in the tanking department. You shouldn't die really unless really unlucky. But yeah, you see time running and you see all those animations. You're like, oh yeah, DonForgo is really picking up some ground, and I have to keep up.
Yeah.
My second race, my timer bugged out, and I'm like, okay, now where am I?
We were quite all right. We were like 20 minutes off, I guess.
Yeah,
Like that.
still
Something
have
like
quite a
that.
bit of time left.
Yeah.
Yeah, during the run, is there any point in time that you guys felt like I'm going to die and you somehow made out of it?
Oh yeah, but the time I got asleep and between 2 griffins. At that point, I was like, okay, that's it. I just got everything I asked for. I have it, and just before I can do that stupid fusion, I'm asleep and there's 2 griffins.
Yeah.
But luckily, I had the items to go away. And the other thing that I was stressed about is the ulim fruit and the tuna fruit I used to get out of these 2 griffins were my 2 last items.
Yep.
If that fusion wasn't going my way, that's it. I was dead.
Yep.
Yep. I felt, I screwed up. My controller killed I could have done
Oh,
the
it's
second
so
one.
sad.
But
Well-
yeah, I think I had a couple times where like, Manova or Balloon, that if I missed the last attack to kill them, I had like 3 health left.
You had me legitimately having anxiety watching you on 4
You
through
had
7 because
no
I don't
HP
think you
for so
ever
long.
were above 10.
Yep.
For a solid 3 floors.
I knew what I was doing, and I was
Yeah, they were all calculated risks, and you could tell you knew this will kill. I was just waiting for that red mist to appear, and it just tanked the run.
Yeah.
But it never happened, and you pushed through, and you were on quite a pace until the end, unfortunately.
Oh, this was crazy.
Yeah, it was actually a good match already. I honestly thought Dom would sit down and grind for a while, then go up, but you guys were on like neck and neck throughout majority of the actual run.
Yes.
I was hoping to surprise Sand Knight and then maybe win the first one and the second one just go slow. But
oh, you might not have won, but you have surprised me all right. I was like, what's happening? He's 3 floors ahead of me. That's not the Don I know. And then I was trying to play like a madman, and like you guys said on commentary, you play quickly, you're gonna make mistakes, and luckily nothing killed me because of these mistakes, but I was making some small losing some small movement optimization here and there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think that's basically what we can do. We do have a Discord server. I did link it before. We are always happy to have new runners, casual players, or just people who just really enjoy Azure.
This is, thankfully, week 2 of, I believe, 5 weeks of this tournament.
Yes.
So we still have quite a bit to go. There's 4 matches this week. There's actually, since Loser's Bracket is on a bye this week, since we don't have enough people to fill it yet, we have 6 matches next week. So next week we'll actually have more races than we do this week. Tomorrow is our next one with Shawnee and Baldwin, I believe, correct?
Yep. Yeah, we are. It will be 10. No, so it's when
It's
was
noon
it?
EST.
Yes, that's right. It's 10 a.m. for me for where I am. So that's why
Okay.
So that will be a heck of a run because I have a very different play style compared to everyone else who's been in the tournament right now.
If you thought you've seen everything there is to this game, if you get a chance to check out tomorrow, you'll see a way of playing that you haven't seen so far.
Which speed gaming
That I
channel
can
are we on? Do we
guarantee.
know?
I believe it's 1 again.
Speed gaming 1 for that? Oh, good. Oh.
Yeah.
So-
And yeah, in this tournament, 11 out of the 12 player plays with Mixed Magic, and 1 of them don't. Hi, Shawnee.
Yeah. Actually, I do use Mr. Magic. I have done a little bit more on that one, but I still have a couple tricks up my sleeve. I have not revealed them to anyone other than Fee, because she's not going to be my opponent right now, so I'm fine.
All right.
But it does work 100% of the time, and I am very confident in it. And it will hopefully save my butt, and I can show it off tomorrow. So that'll be something interesting.
Awesome. Well, I definitely have something to look forward to for tomorrow. Until then, thanks everyone for hanging out. We appreciate it. It was a great race. Thanks to our runners. Please follow them. You will see them on a lot racing this game if you enjoyed it. Join the community or follow the game in general on Twitch. You see a ton of people streaming it now, way more than there used to be. So it's definitely very enjoyable. I believe we are looking
also,
forward to this, but it's also not there. So great.
Take some time to follow the commentators, Dedarsis and Shawnee7188. They are both runner of this game. They play a lot, and they're really interesting to watch. So I think you would enjoy following them on Twitch.
Yep. And again, we have our Discord server. We're always happy to have more people. We keep saying that we're over 100.
As of this afternoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Over 100.
Yep, and thank you very much also to Speed Gaming for having us.
Yes,
you guys
absolutely.
are great, always on top of everything, and this is a blast to know we have a great team backing up this tournament. It wouldn't be as cool if it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Well, again, thanks everyone for hanging out. Hopefully we will noon Eastern time. Otherwise, please feel free to join in later on in the week. Check us out.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Good evening, guys.